Alright peoples, it's Easter Saturday. By the time the government actually finds these fucking videos, and by Easter Monday I'm going to start letting people know about these videos, like Keith Pitt, a few other people who I've mentioned. We'll find out, but yeah, still got another 2 days left after today. So here we go today. Just want to go back on something that I found, and I don't know, just make myself comfortable. This is how I am. This is the only way I can get my story across. So today, just go back on something. It's in my little book here. I've got a little piece of paper here anyway. I'll mark it all off as I go, okay? Alright. Where is it? Oh, no. 26. This is in the legislation. 26(1)(d). This is about registering child support and all that, right? Getting everybody's personal information and details. Well, here's a little document that I found on the internet, done by Jeff Mutton, old State Manager of Victoria. Child Support Agency, right? Customer, staff and stakeholders research. One thing I found out about this, there's no customer input. Okay? So, this is like the stuff that they make their, what they teach people to do on the phone, right? They don't know legislation. These people that talk to you on the phone don't know legislation. Just go to page 7, alright? Just background stuff, but this is in their stuff that they got to do, right? CSA is illegally required to provide customers with a written notice of the assessment when an assessment is made. All notices must contain, they send this out in the paper, out in the mail, right? The annual daily rate of child support, fair enough. Each assessed parent, adjustable taxable income and child support income. Right, they don't put the payee's income on there, not like the payers, right? But this is the one that really pisses me off. And to protect all children, this is one good reason why they shit me, right? Then you go down to the third little bit. The names and dates of birth of all accessed children. So it's their names, dates of birth, their parents' names, dates of birth, and the number of age ranges of the relevant children. Like, you can work that out off the date of birth. But look, this gets sent out in an envelope with private and confidential on it. Anybody wants to steal your identity, mate, there goes your child's identity. They're the innocent party in this stuff, but that's it. You shit me about that, pisses me right off. So, I'm just got to put that down, put a cross through there. Alright, now I just want to speak about legal aid in the ACT. But before I do that, I want to tell you some things, alright? At the moment, right, everybody should know I'm waiting to go for a trial in the district court in Bundaberg. But I went to Canberra because they put a workplace order on me in Canberra and in the ACT, and I don't know why, because I'm living in Queensland. I go up there to review a case and I got arrested at the airport. Like the Gestapo arrested everyone in the Second World War, but what didn't happen at the train station, it happened at the airport. Yeah, Federal Agent Egan, I think you're Gestapo. Right, they put me in jail in the ACT, right. I've got a piece of paper from legal aid, that's why I'm going to talk to you about legal aid now. Right, 28th of June 2016. Right. So this is after I got out of jail. Because I got out of jail May 30th, I think it was, 2016. So this is a month later. What I went to jail for was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 charges. What they done threaten me with, one of them charges holds 10 years jail, right? 10 years. The other 5 hold 3 years. Now remember that. I haven't pleaded guilty to anything. So, I get out on bail. Next court case I go to the ACT to, right? No shit of a lie, 21 charges. One holds 10 years. Got 20 that hold 3 years. Work that out. I haven't even touched anybody, scratched anybody, approached anybody or anything like that. Bit stupid. So, they finally realise it's the wrong jurisdiction of courts. It comes back to Bundaberg. They're still that persistent on pursuing and threatening me, right? Threatening me. And they're threatening me with a lot. They've sent the law enforcement over to try and threaten me. But, hey, I got utmost consideration to the Victorian State Police, the Queensland State Police, and all the correctional staff in the ACT. They were all good to me. They knew what was going on. I was getting shafted. Alright, so we get back to Bundaberg. Alright. Go to court. Now there's 18 charges on me. And in Queensland, I think one charge is 7 years, and all the rest of them are 3 years. Work it out, work the mathematics out and see what they're threatening me with, right? So just threatening people. I'll find another piece of paper. There they are. Right. They threaten my employer, right? They threaten the banks. Like, I just got to find the piece of paper. But I'm telling the truth, just so you know. I can't find it. But we'll get back to it anyway. It might be this one here. Yeah, here it is. This one here. This is a letter to my employer. And it was dated 5th of November 1997 in Geelong, received by Child Support Agency. Act requires you to give the information requested. Failure to do so can result in a fine of up to $2,000. Just a direct threat. Make them do it. You can't make people do stuff like that. Right? Now I'm going to tell people my bail conditions. Right? Number 1, I reside at an address. Number 2, do not enter the Australian Capital Territory unless for the purposes of attending court. So I'm not even a ladder in the ACT. I'm an Australian citizen. I should be able to go anywhere I wanted. Number 3 is being deleted. That was signed into the Bundaberg police station every day for... Sure, we can work that out, right? Number 4, to comply with the terms of the Personal Protection Workplace Order in force 14th of April, as issued under Special Magistrate Cush. Right? Didn't even get a say in that, because there's no way they would have beaten me in court because I'll get onto that later. Do not approach within 100 metres of right, staff and former staff from the Department of Human Services or the parliamentary and electric offices of the Minister for Human Services or their residential addresses. I left them names out because they got signed statements. I know this, right? That are in the court system. So I can't mention them, right? Number 6, do not contact and everyone like in number 5. Number 7, do not assault, threaten, harass, intimidate. Right? Number 8, to report and accept supervision from Queensland Mental Health. Well, when I got out of jail, I went to mental health. Nothing wrong with you. Get out of here. Never wanted to contact me since. They know what's going on. Right. Number 9, do not access the Australian electoral roll. They're my bail conditions. Right. I'm going to cross that one off my thing. ACT Legal Aid, his name was Tom. Right. He was doing the same kind of stuff, exactly the same kind of stuff with Marcus as cellmate. His name was Corey. The same solicitor, legal aid solicitor I had. Didn't listen to me. Told me that if I talk in court he's going to walk out. Well look dickhead, you didn't even fucking show up at my bail application. But I still got out on bail because you're a fucking idiot and you conspired with these people in that little conversation that you had before the first original court case where you didn't give a shit. You took their fucking side of the story, you fucking weasel. Alright, got that off me chest. Alright, just want to go back and see. Right, now, use pricks. I actually went and seen a doctor. Alright, seen a doctor. This was done through Centrelink, so like these people have done no research whatsoever on me. Right, done at Centrelink, 31st of August 2007. Alright, all to do with the Child Support Agency and what was going through my head. Now, if you'd done your research, you'd pick up Centrelink put me on a personal support program. Now, doing the personal support program, I went to a place called Create in Geelong. Seen a bloke called Steve. He didn't believe me. Nah, they won't do that to you. Nah, never. Yeah, right. Look over beside me, and there's a phone with a microphone in it. And I go, alright then Steve, I'll prove it to you. I rang the Child Support Agency, said to the lady, hey, you cost me an adult apprenticeship. She went off her nut at me, and Steve goes, hey lady, right, you can't treat your customers like that. You can check up because he's actually a government worker and that'll be all registered with Centrelink and all that, so they'll have reports. Steve will know what he's on about. So, fucks them over there too. Right, so we've done that one, we've done that one. So, I just want to get to something again, which is this workplace order. Alright, they're written statements, all this has been put in court and all that, right? Now, workplace orders. I'll tell you what page number it is, maybe. But they all state it, alright? Every one of them, the 4 people that I can't mention, has done a statement on this, right? Now, all the statements and all this little stuff says that my child support case ended 6th of June 2007, right? That's what they said. They're the workers, they got access to all this information, right? But is that true? I have here a letter that come out of my Freedom of Information, as I specifically asked for dates, because I wanted to get their copy as long as my with my copy, right? And this is dated the 10th of November 2004. Linda recently asked us if she could take over collection of the child support that you are paying for your child, including the arrears amount of $15.55. Linda had to bloody ring him up and go, what are you doing? What are you collecting money? Alright? No. Right? So that's their written date. Alright? None of them are true. Because the actual date my case finished, alright, and I say, would have been 2 weeks before July, right? So it would have been around the 22nd of June 1997. Now you have a look on how many tax checks you took off me and all that sort of stuff. You had no right to do it. Go back. You don't teach your telephone staff or your supervisors. They run off their workers manual. You haven't explained the legislation. These people don't know the legislation. You wonder why every cunt's getting fucking screwed over. Right. Still talking about this, because I've got a little note down here. Right. I've already got into the threats and harassment, and I've told you about me 10 years and all that. Right, so we'll get back to here. Right. Page 9. So I'll go to page 9. Page 9. It's one of the phone calls I made to one of these people. Now, listen to this. Right. Come on, you really want me to come to your house, do you? With a sign, And when you get home from work, mate, then your whole street's going to know what you do. Alright? Now, come on. It's not that hard. I'm not nasty. Yous are the nasty ones. Yous are the ones that stole the money. Yous are the ones that threaten people. Not me. Don't make me come down to your level. You owe me about $360,000. Now 20 years of stress to come on. Laugh. Yeah, I'm laughing because they think I'm joking. Mate, work it out. I don't know how you're going to handle it if I don't get nothing. Not even getting a court appearance or something. Well, I got my court appearance. You're going to get 20 years of stress personally off me. With all the rest of them. Well, hey, you did it, not me. Right. And here we go. We'll go to page 11. Right, this is really, really funny. Even all the people that were in the Alexander McConaughey Centre that was in Remand Unit 1 and Accommodation Unit North thought this is the funniest thing they've ever heard in a court paper. Right, it's an escalation template from the Child Support Agency. Description of issue or incident, right? I emailed them. Get this, I emailed them. I emailed the office with a video. No, I sent a link, right? Didn't email a video, I sent a link, right? Of child support staff. No. I haven't got into any child support staff. If you're talking about the video, I've done one, but that's on my phone, and that's only on one site. But everyone else, I haven't seen staff from the Department of Human Services. Person in my big video, that's Louis, and he works for fucking social services. And the other bloke in the video is the building manager for the building that they're in. And he actually patted me on the back as I was walking out, knowing exactly where I come from. Left a comment on YouTube. Alright, get back to this. He had previously uploaded similar videos of child support staff to Facebook. This is the funny bit. Those staff who appeared on the video died. Fucking, that's going to be a hard one to prove, dickhead. You've got no idea. So, fuck me dead. Stupid, stupid people. Alright, cross that one off. Yeah, done that, done that, done that, done that. Done me bail conditions. Done Steve. I've got one more thing to do just at the moment, so because everything that I've got has come off the internet, been freely available to me, even photos of the Child Support Agency staff, because they leave their Facebook open to the public, where they're right in the back of this book here, right in the back of it, social media policies, right, and you go down to the first one, there's a second one there. We also have a social media policy for departmental staff, a guide and support them in their use of social media, both at work and outside work. Now, all these people have not even looked at that little bit of legislation. You leave your Facebook open, mate, you're free slaver, open slaver, right? People know what photos I've put on there. Even Jeff Mutton, well, he started a new job. His job put his photo on there. He forgot about the repercussions, or back when all this happened, social media or anything wasn't happening, and you didn't fucking think of it. But I did, because I was always on the internet. Alright, so I've gone through a lot of these, and this is only in Queensland because I'm only picking on one person here, and she's a person I can't mention. Right? This comes from the Office of the State Findings of the Coroner's Court, right? Queensland Government, Queensland Courts. Inquest into Brett Andrew Pullen, right? I've done my research. This bloke worked for the Rural Fire Service, Queensland. QRFS, I think it's called. Now, he committed suicide in his workplace. So, cut a long story short, I've read the whole lot. You don't want to read it. You don't want to read any of these because they're pretty not nice, but they're coroner's reports, and coroner's reports are coroner's reports. But got down here, because he put the child support agency on his suicide note, right? The child support agency have to go there to the coroner's court. It's written in their legislation. I'm not going to pull the number up, but I can. Okay? So, don't forget, this is only one I'm talking about. I've seen quite a lot of them. And I think the same name comes up all the time. Right? So, who attended? Representation. Department of Human Services. Her name's there. Right? Instructed by the Australian government. I better not tell you her name, but that's all good. Right. Now, every one of these, they've put their input into it. Right? The Child Support Agency have put their input into it. So, every one of them says the same thing. You know what happens. Why don't you implicate what you say that you're going to do in the courts? Like, you're telling the courts you're going to do something and you don't do it. What? This I don't understand. Like, it's not rocket science. Don't forget, I'm only a fisherman in Queensland. But maybe you should go to see Dave Bidden, or find out Dave Bidden. He was my school teacher in the Maritime College here in Queensland. Ask him who his smartest student ever was in all the years that he was a school teacher. And he's an engineer for ships, worked for BHP, and he was a helper on the small ships manual for Queensland government. So I don't know. Just like Federal Agent Egan, do your homework, I just told you that. Then you can go and see Darryl Doran at Maritime Safety Queensland, and Rob Lowe, the engineer at Maritime Safety Queensland. Them two people I done oral examinations with no paperwork, no nothing. They would have it all timed. See on how long it took me. Alright, see how long it takes other people. I don't know. So, I was going to say something else too before I go. Yeah, so, I don't know. I'll have a think about it and come back and talk to you tomorrow. I really don't know. I'm shell shocked. Before the government find this out, they're going to be going in meltdown mode like the cricket team. Somebody's going to have to come out and talk. But don't forget, you've made me do this. So at least have the balls and talk to me. You know, if you want to try and talk to me, just send a message to Matt Messenger Legal in Bundaberg, because I think he'll help me out. So he'll give me some information like, hey, they want to meet you. I don't want to go through legal aid because I've done everything myself nearly anyway. So, oh, the last thing is, Federal Agent Egan. Think you better go to the Alexander McConaughey Centre, have a talk to the psychiatrist that talked to me to do your psych report that you ordered, right? Not the Commonwealth Department of Prosecutions. You taken in full force over the case. You even telling them what to do, and you told Legal Aid ACT what to do. Go and have a read, because that dude asked me what my IQ was. Guess what? I told him the truth. I don't want to know. I'm a fisherman. I'm smarter than a fish. But don't read his report. I think you better go and have a talk to him and really work it out, because you can't beat the truth, mate. And you can't beat a good memory. So just go and have a chat to him, because by the time you get this to watch my videos, mate, it's too late. It's already too late. I'm just rubbing it in and making sure that I cover every fucking base I got. You want to talk? Well, that's the way I talk. So, and I'm trying to stop myself. That's why I'm doing it in all little bits and pieces. But the more I'm getting in front of the camera, the more relaxed I am, and I'm not getting angry no more. I've gone past anger. I've gone past trying to talk to idiots. So I'll talk to the camera. At least that'll fucking listen to me. Alright people, I'll leave it with you until tomorrow. If you follow me, you follow me. If you don't, you don't. I don't care. Righto, see yous.